Loomcraft Textiles is between exits 143 and 145 on I-85. It's open 7 days a week. And our David Hodges is live at LaRose Digital Theater with the Forum on the Death of Osama bin Laden hosted by the Truett Center. David, what can you tell us about what's going on in the mood of the topic of discussion by the panelists?
Hi, we're out here right outside of the business center where sociology professors, military science professors, Turiali Fazli, a student from Afghanistan, are debating the death of Osama bin Laden. They're all doing that for Elon students. And I have one of those students here with me, Frank Stiefel. And Frank, as a student here at Elon, tucked away in North Carolina, what's your connection to this big, impactful news? Why do you care?
Well, I think this is an important event for Elon students, and specifically me because I'm a political science major, and obviously this has huge implications on politics in America. But I think it really touches on everything going on Elon's campus. I mean, whether you're in the business school, whether you're in the sociology department, anthropology, political science, I think this really touches every single one of those topics. I mean, the death of Osama bin Laden is going to change America significantly, whether it be its international foreign policy or it's the economy, what's going on with that. So I think a lot of the things that are being said and a lot of the things that are being discussed are going to hit a lot of these issues that these various departments are focusing on.
Yeah, and there's definitely, thank you very much, Frank, I appreciate your time. And the discussion is still going on right now. It is very deep. There's people who are really connected in there. I mentioned Turiali Fazli earlier. He says he's had family members affected by the terror strikes by Osama bin Laden. But that's all we have here for you now. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, David. Down 8 cents in Burlington, Phoenix 14 has the latest about gas prices at the pump.
And the national average for a gallon of gas is dropped this weekend after rising for more than a month. Now it's at $3.98 according to AAA.
Oil prices fell to $100 a barrel, leading to lower costs at the pump. IHS Global Insight says it will take up to 2 weeks to determine if the cheaper prices are here to stay.
And here's a look at the cheapest gas stations in our area with Phoenix 14's Pump Patrol. $3.77 is the lowest price per gallon near Elon. You'll find that at the Shell station on South Church Street.
The stations closest to campus are tied. Both the Marathon and Kangaroo on West Haggard are at $3.85.
And the Sub Spring Show wasn't a packed event for Elon students who attended, but Super Mash Bros. Got the concert kicked off mixing and matching some of today's top songs. Next up was Wale, who had students pumping their fists to hit his hip hop, and then Neon Trees. Members of the
softball team took on the UNC Greensboro at home. Find out which team swept this series and how they did. That's next in sports.
First, catch our police attention. Read it on the scene.
Accurate.
On the book, I'm going.
Other drug buy.
Phoenix 14 is everywhere news happens, with more reporters working harder to break the big stories.
We are Elon's news leader.
You can depend on Phoenix 14 News.
Live on air and online.
Welcome to Phoenix 14 Sports. I'm Steve Roth, and here's what's going on in Elon sports. Elon's softball team hosted a weekend series against the Spartans of UNC Greensboro in their final games of the regular season. It was a beautiful day at Eastfield on Saturday as the Phoenix gave Aaron O'Shea the start for Game 1. The Phoenix took control of the game as soon as it started. Caitlin Piazzolla singles to right in the first inning, bringing Caitlin McGowan home. After Pam Del Pizzo singles to center field, Danielle Lafferty later flies out to center, but not before Piazzolla comes in to score. The Phoenix would bat around in the first inning. This shot by Carly Nestor gets by the second baseman to score Del Pizzo. Then McGowan is hit by a pitch, which scores Camille Hill. Next is Tamika Watson, who hits a nice shot past the infielders, and that would score Jackie Gonzalez. A walk to Hannah Shelton scores Nestor as the Phoenix continue to pile on the runs. Then Piazzolla bats again in the first inning as she singles one up the middle to score McGowan. Del Pizzo adds another single as Watson adds another run. The Phoenix go on to score 12 runs in the first inning alone. They beat UNC Greensboro 15-0. The Phoenix went on to sweep that series against UNC Greensboro. They also had their senior day on Sunday when the team honored 6 players prior to the game. Afterwards, a few of the seniors told us what it's like to come to the end of their Elon careers and what they'll cherish most about their time in maroon and gold.
It's crazy. I've played softball over 10 years of your life, and for it to almost be done, but I mean, we had a great weekend, came out, got 3 wins. They didn't score at all, and we have conference tournament coming up, so it's more getting ready for that and trying to repeat and end with the ring.
The biggest thing is I've met some of my best friends here, and they always say, you know, you meet your best friends in college sometimes, and I think that's definitely been true. There's 3 or 4 girls on this team that I know I'm going to stay in contact with for the rest of my life, and I think that's the one thing that, you know, athletics has provided me here, especially because you come in as a family and we're leaving as a closer family now.
This morning, the league office announced that Lauren Taylor earned her 4th SoCon Pitcher of the Week award. Also, Tamika Watson, Carly Nestor, and Caitlin Piazzolla were chosen as all SoCon second-team selections. Nestor was also recognized as one of 10 players to make it to the conference's all-freshman team. The baseball team had another tough task this weekend as they traveled to South Carolina to take on the Citadel. They met that challenge and were able to come away with yet another conference sweep. Those 3 wins leave the Phoenix with a 21-6 Southern Conference record. Elon now inches closer and closer to their 3rd regular season SoCon title in the past 4 years. The baseball and softball teams are also finished for the year, but there are still a few more games remaining on the schedule. The softball team gears up for the Southern Conference Tournament in Statesboro, Georgia. They enter as the 5th seed in the tournament and will begin play on Wednesday against 4th-seeded College of Charleston at 12 p.m. The baseball team still has a few games remaining in the season. They play Old Dominion away tomorrow beginning at 6 o'clock. Then they begin their final home series of the year next Wednesday against Furman University. That will do it for your final installment of Phoenix 14 Sports for the year. Thanks for joining me once again. Now back to you guys.
Thanks, Steve. Here at Phoenix 14 News, we are lucky to have a large staff of dedicated journalists. That's why we're sad to see 6 of our own walk across the stage at commencement next weekend. Our seniors are mentors, leaders, and friends, and this is our farewell to them as they move on to what are sure to be successful careers in news.
But all of these tasty fruits and veggies won't be staying at the Scott's.
She knows how to do all the little things that have to get done for our show to be really great. And she does it all with class, and she does it all with grace.
A smaller tuition was the result of a smaller school.
Yeah, Kirsten is the person that you want to go to in crunch time. Whenever we're about to have a show, things are reaching crisis mode, we don't know what's about to happen, Kirsten's going to be the person who organizes it and brings it together in a way that can actually go on air.
Yeah, there are times that it can get a little crazy because she was the executive producer, and so she had to make those tough decisions, but I've always respected her for the way she handled them.
Live in the studio, Kirsten Bennett.
Kirsten has a very strong presence among all of us, and she just always is very happy, but still very persistent and very eager to get things done.
Thanks,
and really
Mitch. Now,
works hard to get things done.
And even though the Fawcett House has a large female demographic,
nothing ever gets Brittany Dewey down. If it's 5 minutes before show and every package drops, she would say that's totally fine, it's all gonna work out, and it always does for her.
Brittany Dewey was the first person I ever produced something for here, and she was like the most gracious person I've ever met when it came to really stupid freshmen doing things bad.
I really enjoy how much Brittany trusts her colleagues and is willing to place faith in the people around her.
I'm definitely gonna miss her personality and her quick jabs at people. She just cracks so many jokes. I'm literally, every time she says something, I'm laughing.
So Brittany Dewey was really the one who took me under her wing at the beginning when I decided I wanted to produce, and she always was like, all right, yeah, come in today, come in and I'll help you produce. And she just really was an easy person to get along with, an easy person to learn from, not intimidating at all, and just really genuinely a nice, funny, great person.
Dewey was there to press the buttons right and just smile at me and kind of walk me through it, hold my hand and be like, it's fine, you're good, you're great, don't worry about it.
isn't something there for men.
With mailboxes being 3.5 by 4.5 inches.
Does Crystal have to graduate early? It's just not fair because she has the most infectious laugh I've ever heard. Every time we're in the studio, you can hear her laughing from a mile away and it just brightens your day immediately.
Even the old, but one family comes out every year.
She works so hard for us every week here. She's the type of person I know I can go to for anything. We need someone to run VTR, Crystal's on it. We need someone to report, Crystal can do it. You know, probably knows this control room in the studio better than anyone else.
Canines. Police officers have to be on the other side of the floor.
She's always just willing to have fun. Sometimes when we take things too seriously, she can make us all laugh.
Elon's bar and restaurant owners have been asking for a liquor by the drink
And I
for
always look
years.
forward to seeing her packages, and she is always there when we need hands in the control room, which in our situation we really need. She's willing to teach everyone everything, and she's just a really great person.
But the merge is anything but equal. Deutsche
Of
Börse
everything, and when
shareholders
Crystal comes in, it's like, all right, I'll step back for a minute and let Crystal come in. Like, everyone wants to say hi to Crystal, like get in their words that they want to say to her, and then we can move on kind of thing, because it's just like, she has that kind of personality where she just walks in somewhere and it's like, wow, there's Crystal, everybody wants to say something to her, hang out with her.
Officials with the Alcohol Law Enforcement Agency's district office in Greensboro tell me that
I like to think of Nick Oxner as our official news hound. He is always hunting someone down or taking on some incredibly large story that we never thought was possible.
All I found was a locked door. When I called him to find out where he was, all I got was his voicemail. So I stopped by his apartment and got no answer. But I did get an email.
I'm pretty sure the only things he has on his iTunes playlist is a live feed to Alamance radio scanner.
The Fleischman family has hired their own private investigator to aid in the search.
Coming in as a freshman, I met Nick, and he may have scared me a little bit, but once you started working with him, you really saw that it wasn't so much intimidation, but his passion that just he didn't know how to rein in yet.
Thanks for joining us. Nick Oxner is live along Williamson Avenue with this evening's top story.
He
Nick
just has this can-do attitude. Whatever the story, whatever the day, whatever the issue, he will take it on, and he will take it on full force and fully dedicate himself to it. And that's just so inspiring to me, to see a person who can take on anything in their life and be completely confident. And that's what I'm going to miss the most about Nick.
Take a bite out of the Alamance County drug trade.
You feel it?
Oh yeah. Nick Oxner.
How strong is he?
Oh, he's strong.
I guess I'm very, very proud and happy to say that I got the chance to work with Nick Oxner, because he goes above and beyond in everything he does, and he is a fantastic example of basically what I want to be.
Drew?
Nick, the cast of the HBO show The Wire was here on campus to campaign today. They spoke to students in the zone.
I think it's really his passion and his dedication to his craft that's made him so respected among our staff.
Mixing alcohol and caffeine is nothing new. Think of rum and Coke or Red Bull and vodka. But the difference here is that one can...
My favorite thing I've done at Phoenix 14 so far is anchor with Drew. He is the kind of person who just sitting next to him and working with him makes you want to be better, makes you want to work harder and be the best journalist you can be.
Sun come back.
Here's a look at your Phoenix
He's the one
5-day
that
forecast.
has made Phoenix 14 stay and grow, stay cohesive and grow over the past couple of years as he's been news director.
This was anything but the
And
typical family.
we're gonna miss a lot of our character when we lose Drew.
Finds unlikely people breaking the law right here on campus.
Jasmine has been my right-hand man on the desk for this entire
Alerted
year.
to the storms with text alerts, emails, and the emergency siren.
I'm definitely
John
going to
Burns
miss
has
her
been on Elon.
presence on air. She's always laughing. But at the same time, she definitely gives you a reality check, because if you're doing something wrong, she's going to let you know.
Toyota production, the first letter is key. And the first letter on this Toyota 4Runner is J.
One of the nicest and most complimentary persons we have in our newsroom. It doesn't take anything, and she's just willing to compliment a person for this or that. She's just so kind, has such a big heart, and she's always willing to just, give people help and encouragement when they really need it.
Drivers, it does come with a
Jasmine is probably the most caring person we have on staff at Phoenix 14. She takes upon herself to go to other people and make sure they're feeling okay, and she can kind of sense if someone's not feeling okay, and takes it upon herself to make them feel better and put a smile back on their face.
And thank you so much, sis. Thank you for watching, Elon. On behalf of all the seniors and all of the staff here, we thank you for watching this past year, and we look forward to seeing you next year. I'm
Thanks.
Jasmine Spencer.
And I'm Mallory Lane. Have a great week, Elon. Bye now. Bye,
Goodbye.
seniors.
Bye-bye.